I just wanted to make a video right quick about hopefully to help some people that are starting to do this homeschooling. I want to encourage y'all, and I hope that this helps. I know some people have no idea where they would start, where would they begin in looking for anything. The first place I would recommend anyone to check out is the hslda.org, and mind my dogs because they're acting up, website, and you can start there and you can look in as much information as you can look in, because you have to be a member to get more information, but they're worth every penny. I believe the membership is $10 a month, and they send you magazines every I'm guessing like once every 3 months, something like that. They at least send you a couple magazines during the year, and that informs you on the things that they're doing, new projects, people's testimonies, the way the lawyers are working in different states against certain things, because people do so. Anyway, you'll see when you get the magazine. But they're the first place you can go. Second place would be speaking to women or men who have been homeschool parents for a while. And you can ask them questions, what we call as homeschool veterans that have already done a lot and, you know, have graduated children, or some may not have graduated, but they've been doing it for a long time. You can ask those people, and I'm sure they will have no problem speaking to you about anything. What I wanted to mention, and also another resource to help me out big time, was YouTube channels, looking up videos on homeschool moms, and checking out videos on how people do certain things. And it is time consuming, but remember, you're doing this for your children, and you have to figure these things out. And also, most importantly, you need to pray. You need to ask God's direction. You need help. And sometimes it's only God is going to help you, but God sends people. He can put you in a path to help you find certain things that you need, like he has done for me before, and he still does. Thank you, Jesus. And other things. So what I wanted to recommend, or just give a suggestion, since sometimes some people, when I started, I had no clue, and I had learned, and there's still stuff that I'm still figuring out, and we're more at the end. You know, I think this is going to be more or less the last year and a half, whatever, for my child, my son. But what I wanted to share was, I know when I started, I was fed up with the public school system. Actually, my child was in the charter school, and he was not doing well. And what ended up happening was things didn't work out. Let's just put it that way. And I had to take him out. I just felt like the Lord was getting me to pull him out. And I'm so glad, because when you see all the foolishness that's been going on in this public school system for such a long time, I'm telling you, I just want to encourage y'all, you will do a way better job, especially to instill values, morals, and I'm Christian, okay? So I'm going to bring that up to the top in your Christian beliefs, what the Word of God says, and you will do a much better job, because we are called to do this, okay? You are called to read Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 4 through, I want to say, maybe till 9. You will find out clearly who is the one that's supposed to be teaching your kids. It's not your government school. It's not your neighbor, even though when you're homeschooling, you will have people that'll help you. That's a different thing. But it is us that we're responsible for these things. Well, anyway, back to the subject. I just wanted to show y'all what you can do is order people's catalogs from different companies. And one company, this is an up-and-coming company. It's named Master Books. Okay, this is the 2020. And you can call them and ask them for a book. Sometimes they may not send, this company may not send it to you, because so many people was asking for their catalog, because it's brand new. It's pretty new. It's been out there for a couple years. And I just wanted to show you that these are one of the more, you'll see in a minute. This is the scope and sequence. I'm so sorry because I don't have my phone. I don't know how else to show y'all this. But this is the scope and sequence, okay, of the master books thing. And this is just to give you an idea how they do stuff. Like up here it tells you the grade. What is it? I can't see. Math, language arts, history, science, electives. Okay. Then they give you up here the grades. And then as you go down and you check, you see what books they're recommending for you to use. I want you to remember that the word I just said was recommend. Okay. This is another great book. One of my good, I love her. My friend is Jetty. I love her. She has used this with her kids for a long time. It depends also like your, how do I say this? You know, all these different things that you're going to look into, you have to make a decision on what you're able to do, how, if you can do it or not, because some things are expensive. Some may be not as expensive, you know, to other people, but it doesn't matter. What I did was I took this book, and actually it was this older one, this catalog that I had, because they changed it. They changed the format a little bit in this, and I'm going to tell you why that made a difference. In this thing, they will give you like, say, high school history, Bible, okay, and then they tell you all the books, because this book is this is like a Charlotte Mason type system. Charlotte Mason, you have to look, you're going to have to go online and find out who Charlotte Mason was, what the Charlotte Mason method is. But basically, Charlotte Mason has, she used to believe in, she believes in teaching, that things shouldn't be so long and dragged out. She did a lot of nature studies. She did a lot of copy work and narrations and things of that nature, but you can find places that can explain that. There's a lady online, her name is Simply Charlotte Mason on YouTube. She's awesome. She can explain a lot of that stuff. She's really good at that. And these are what these books are in this catalog. They're all numbered, like, since I'm in the high school area, I'm just going to show you the high school stuff. You can look up things in here. Like, see, it says high school literature. This is just an example. Just want y'all to see. It says high school literature. And then they show you the packet and all these things that they have under their certain, whatever that particular one is. Which one is this one? Like, let's say, this one says 20th century world literature. So they give you a list of all the stuff in their package of 20th century world history, literature, excuse me. So then you get, I think this is how they work it. Like, you get this thing, a guide, a teacher's guide, and then all these books. Okay, and like I said, you can check into it if you are able and you think it's something that you are able to do, then by all means you can try it out. What I'm trying to tell you is, you also, because for people that may not be able to afford things, as in my case, I was not able to afford these this kind of curriculum because it was very, very pricey for me. That doesn't mean it may not be for you. It may be fine for you, but for me it was not. What I did was I took the approach of eclectic, which means you're picking and choosing pieces of here and there and you're adding it together to things. You can maybe, if you want to, you can buy a textbook, which really isn't really Charlotte Mason, but you could buy a textbook, and then from there, when you're going through things, you can talk and look into other stuff or read books pertaining to that year. And for instance, let me show you this. I think I did a couple of these. Yeah. Like for English, what I did, because I saw this on somebody's YouTube video, it was cool. I cannot remember the chick's names. I'm so sorry. But like, see, I got Uncle Tom's Cabin. I don't know if we're going to be able to read this, but this one, I saw somebody put little notes in the back. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Because remember, I didn't buy the whole thing of these things. What I did was I used this as a guide according to what they categorized it under. And then I purchased the books. One of the books, and I'm going to say this, one of the books that I bought in here, I don't even know if it's in this particular, what is it called, catalog? was the Mayberry Mayberry books. It's called Richard Mayberry, and it's called the Uncle Eric. Sorry, I didn't think I was gonna do this, but this dude right here is called an Uncle Eric book. Okay, let me see. This one, 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 and this one. These are the two that I found in Sunlight catalog, and these were mind-blowing about the stuff that they were talking about in here. That was very interesting. And he has a lot of annotations. You can look it up and find out where he's saying this stuff in case people don't want to believe what he's saying. But they're awesome books. And they're in a format that a lot of middle schoolers and high schoolers, it'd be easy for high schoolers to read, but the information is really good. But anyway, back to the point. So the point is, in the Sunlight catalogs, you can look up all the books that they are talking about inside of the, under that topic, like say for English. So what I did was I got some of the books, and then I put back here, I looked up what century it was written, where it was located. Like in this case, the 19th century, America, America down south, novel pre-Civil War South, 1852, romantic literature. I wrote how many pages it was, how many chapters. I wrote under there American and historical. So another one, I just got this one recently. This one was Hudson Taylor and Maria, and this one has pioneer missionaries to Mary. They went to China. I wrote the date. It's a biography at the end of the 19th century. I wrote it under history and missions. So this could be under history, and this could be under missions. And this is what I want to talk about. Like, when you can find through these books, through these sources like Sunlight, you can check out BJU, scope and sequence. Like, you can have it. This is like a curriculum overview. I think they have, let me not go into that, because this, you can find that there's scope and sequence. You can find these things online. This is a very established homeschool curriculum that a lot of people do like. This was not one of my favorites, but I'm just putting it out there because it may work for you. So you're free to check that out as well. This and BJU, Bob Jones University. I think there's another one, but that's the two like well-known up on the top. There's another one called Book Shark. I want to see if they're not Christian. I think they're secular, but my understanding is, like, you know, they have a lot of good books that you can still check out. I myself haven't. Some of the books that they do have in their reading, I believe, some of them are Christian, but like as a whole, I don't believe they're Christian. But anyway, I heard that the reading and the way they do the setup with their teaching guide is pretty cool. I haven't done it myself, but I just bought the catalog so I can look at some of the books. But see how this says level 6? I'm not showing you the price because I don't want somebody freaking out. But you can look at what the books are. And then if you are interested in what books you want to read because you think it would be interesting for your kid, then you go find it. Like I do. On eBay, Abe's Books, thriftbooks.com, and buy it for like a third or half the price used, okay? This is another one. It's called Beautiful Feet Books. Okay, this is Beautiful Feet Books. I technically have never used these. I'm just showing you though that you can look these up, find out, ask for their catalog, look through them, and you can see if there's something that you like and put it together in your in your curriculum, whatever you're trying to do with your kids. I got this from, I'm sorry, my grandkids were on this. This is called New Leaf Publishing Group. I don't even know who they are, but I kept them only because they had a lot of different books in here, and they had a lot of books from Answers in Genesis, which I love, by the way. That's master books as well. See, they have master books in here too. And you can go into their, it's the same thing. You can look, they have offering at the master books thing. They have a lot of stuff in here, and they have a lot of Answers in Genesis things in here. So it's called New Leaf Publishing Group. This is another thing. You're going to laugh. This thing is huge, but it doesn't matter. This is Rainbow Resource. This is free. I got this book. I don't even know what year this catalog is. This was 2018, 2019. I only kept it in case I had to look something up. But these have a plethora. You see this book? A plethora of different, let me just show you one page so you can see. You can look a subject up, a book up, and it will give you an explanation of what it is, what it has, and then you can see the prices, how much it is. I don't know if they give you no, it doesn't look like they give you the ISBN number. That's another thing that's important, because when you're looking for different books, you're gonna have to get the ISBN number, and that way you can look it up on other websites. I'll tell you how to do that in a minute too. So this one is Rainbow Resource Center. I'm sorry, because our AC is not working, unfortunately. Whew, Lord have mercy. So you can ask for their catalog and they'll send this to you. And this will be a good resource for you to keep just in case, like I said, if you're looking for something and maybe you don't have an internet service, or maybe you just want to have something on hand. Let me start about the internet service. But you want to have something on hand, you can look that up there. Okay. Now, what I wanted to show you also is this place, ChristianBookstore.com, is the place to go to buy books, homeschool books, Bible supply, all kinds of stuff. You can go here for everything, but they have homeschool stuff in here. The good thing about this is you can go on here, you flip through the pages, they give you under the name, like say Abeka Mathematics, or they'll do like different names like Switched On Schoolhouse. See, BJU, let me show you Switched On Schoolhouse. Switched On Schoolhouse is a part of, I can't remember who they're a part of, but yeah, Alpha and Omega. Hold on. See, and these folks, they have like stuff based on computer. It's almost all based on computer software. Anyway, point is, you go in here, they also tell you prices, they give you a summary of what it is, they show you how much this stuff costs, and then you can look under, like, say if you're looking for like for instance, geography and missions, you can look up stuff for geography, things about the mission field, and here's another one, social studies. I got this book actually for my son. And by the way, it's excellent. You buy that, the workbook for the child, the parent teachers, which this is master books. And let me tell you about that. Master books, the way they do it, they have in the teacher's book is where your kid would use their, basically that's where their workbook pages are in, and the answers are in the back. So all you have to do is just take it out. And you don't have to have, like in other places like Abeka and Bob Jones, you have to buy the book. Then they have the question workbook for the kids. Then you have to buy the answer keys for the answers to the workbook. So what I'm trying to tell you is you have to find these things out so that you know what's works better for you. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. So these are way more, they were less expensive than like Abeka and Bob Jones and all that. I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying, as a person that is, you know, trying to do this as frugal as possible, you need to know the facts about these things, because if you purchase something and then you don't know, oh my gosh, I have to buy the book, and then the kid needs a workbook, and then I need the keys, and then there's tests, and then you need tests. No, master books, they have everything in it. You buy the teacher's guide, which would be the workbook for the kid. It was kind of confusing, but you'll get it once you thumb through it. And then the actual book that they read from. And then you just take the answers out from the back of the workbook of the teacher's guide. And the kid answers the questions, you check their questions, and you check on their daily. It's a really good system. Everybody has their own opinions on certain things, but like I said, that's my 2 cents. But anyway, so you can look up all this stuff in here and find out what you like. And then as you go, you'll get the feel for this. Another important thing I'm going to tell you about Christian Bookstore and why I use this a lot. I go to the website a lot because when I go into this catalog, or if I watch something on YouTube and I heard, oh, this book is good, or I went to, you know, I found out that, what is this called? Master Books had a new whatever. I've done this plenty of times. I'm going to show you. Oh, say I was interested in the religion or the math or something. If I couldn't find the ISBN number on the websites, because some of them folks, they're not dumb. They know what's going on. I would go here. And when you go here and you look up on christianbookstore.com, they have the numbers of the ISBN. You have to copy it, and then you can punch that same number, copy it, and go to eBay or go to abesbooks.com or thriftbooks.com and just paste it on their search on the search bar, and then you're able to find it. Trust me, this sounds like, oh, that's easy, but I'm telling you, when I went through a lot of these people's books or their websites, you can't find the the ISBN number. So it just makes it easier for you to look for the book used. It just helps you find it a lot quicker. And I know it sounds like common sense, I know that, but I'm just telling you because when you're looking for the book, you're looking for trying to look it under their name or whatever, then you have to remember the name, or I just look for the ISBN number. And if I find the name of the book, I look it up in here, then I'm able to look under the explanation under product details, I think it is. And then there it's where they tell you the ISBN number. I just copy it, and then from there I go look it up in eBay and all the other places. I said eBay, Abe's Books, and Thrift's Book, and I have saved so much money. All these books like that I got, this whole thing, if you buy these books brand new, you're talking $15, I think, 20, I don't even remember. So almost all these books, some of them I got them for like $4, $5, $7. You know, there's people that are selling, you know, they use they use it and they're just going to try to get rid of it. So you just look for the books and see if you can find them for less expensive. So that way you're not spending so much money on brand new curriculum. Another thing I want to tell you, and the reason why I'm talking so much about master books is because I have grandkids and my grandkids are on it. And there's some things that my daughter likes of certain things and some maybe not. But what I want to tell you is if you buy, like say, curriculum from them, you can also order some of these things in PDF form. So if you have like 4 kids and you you try it, say like my daughter did, we just bought the work, but her and her husband just bought the workbooks, and if they liked it, they're like, darn, we're gonna have to get it for the next. So the next one, she's gonna use a PDF most likely. It depends, but I'm just saying for people, you may want to buy the PDF from the door. That way, if you have another kid and if they seem to like it, you already have the PDF. You're allowed to use it with your other children, which will save you a ton of money because then you're not going back and buying more consumables. Consumables mean a workbook that you're actually consuming, writing out, filling out, and then once it's done, you know, you finish, you grade it, you do what you're going to do with it, and that's it. You can't use it again because it's already filled out. That's what a consumable is. But, yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all, this may seem like a lot, and it probably is, but at least I hope this can help you to call, check those places out. Like I said, it was Master Books, Sunlight. What was the other one? This isn't really a curriculum page. They just have them, but I'm just showing you the magazine. New Leaf Publishing Groups. This is, like I said, this is another big homeschooling resource place. Rainbow Resource Center. They have a lot of stuff, and you need to, and if you're going to buy things brand new, then you should check out both Christian Bookstore and Rainbow Resource. They have a lot of stuff for the Christian community. You could use these two. Beautiful books. Book Shark, Abeka, BJU, and like I said, I think I already said Sunlight, but Sunlight. So these are just catalogs you can buy. Check them out. And then if you don't know about the books, if you have like no idea like what you're supposed to do, when you order those catalogs, you'll look at the part that says scope and sequence. Then you can see what they're using, what they're doing per grade. And it'll kind of give you an idea of what your child should be doing. But what I said in the beginning was recommend. Everybody's child is not on the same level, okay? You're going to have some kids coming out of public school that are not well in reading. You may have some other ones that are coming out that are not good in math. You're going to have to figure out up and down where your child is at. And then from there, you have to customize something for your child, each kid according to what their abilities are. So me personally, there's a woman on YouTube. Her name is Shelly, and it's called No Place Like Home YouTube channel. There's No Place Like Home YouTube channel. And she is a relaxed homeschooler, and that's what I am. And that's what we are, I should say. And I love her videos. It may seem too simple for a lot of folks, which how she puts it, but I'm telling you, it does not matter what anyone else thinks. What matters is what you feel comfortable with. What matters is what you think your children need. And if you think you need to add more, the good thing about it is you add more. I'm just trying to show you someone that can simplify things for you, can show you stuff that doesn't seem so complicated. Like in my opinion, and this is my opinion, I'm not knocking it, I'm just telling you. But in my opinion, this right here is, to me, is too much. It's too, for me, it's too rigid, it's too much. And it's very costly, but everybody has their own take on things. And if you have the dough and you don't got a problem with the way they do the setup, then go ahead and do it. But if you don't like it and you need something more easy, something that you're going to hear these phrases called to-go pages, or minimalists, or people relaxed homeschooling. Some people even do unschooling. That's a whole nother, you need to watch videos on that. But what I'm trying to tell you is you got to figure out what subjects you're going to do for each kid. You're the one that's going to figure that out. And then you can use like whatever the school is doing in your district or other districts, whatever, and use that as a guide. But remember, you don't have to do anything the way everybody else does it. And you don't have to do it like I'm saying. You don't have to do it like the school does it, because that's why you're homeschooling. But it gives you an idea, okay? And you also have to keep in mind, if your child is going to go to college, then you have to figure out what are the, as you're going along, you have to prepare yourself for what you're going to be needing for college later on, for school, for high schooler. But if you're in the earlier stages, you're in middle school, you have a lot to learn. You have leeway, I think, and you can learn as you go. Ask the homeschool moms, ask veteran homeschool mothers and fathers, and look up a lot of YouTube videos. You're going to go through a lot of crazy videos talking about how they do this, planning, all this stuff. Have fun with that. And they're fun. Some of them are fun. And some of them, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to make this so long. I just hope that this will help you guys, because I know when I started, I was very out there. I was praying and freaking out, and I was like, Lord, where am I going to put these kids? I was aware of things called co-op. And I'm like, oh my God, where am I going to put them? And then I found this one place that we ended up going to. Another thing, I was asking the Lord. One day I just saw the name, what is his name? Joshua McDowell. I heard of him and it was like familiar, and it ended up being the devotional that I picked a devotional from my kid. I bought a lot of other ones too to give out to people, but this is what he's using for his Devo. So, God will guide you. I don't even think my son knows that that's how I found out about the book either, but sometimes we need to share with our kids the stories on how God leads us, because, sometimes kids think that, oh no, this is not true, or, that's just you saying this, or blah, 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 blah. No, God does lead us. Okay. He'll speak to us in our dreams, in our spirit, man. He'll pop or have someone speak to us or give us that's how God works. He's so good. But anyway, That's what I wanted to help you with. And I hope it's helped someone and encourage someone. I hope it didn't scare you. But I'm just trying to say stuff that I wish somebody would have told me a long time ago. Because if you don't ask, you're not going to find out. And then you're going to be like stuck. You're going to hear people's opinions. That's another thing. Don't worry about what people say. You listen to what they say and you take what you want to hear. And then whatever you didn't like, you just throw it out. You can respectfully say, thank you. I appreciate your opinion. I appreciate this. And then if you don't like the way they do it, then you don't have to do it that way. You don't have to be forced into doing it like other people do it. No, you can do it however you want to do it. Okay, you just have to find out what subjects you need for each grade. Then from there, you figure out what books you're going to use. Either you're going to use living books, Charlotte Mason type. You can have them have books and workbooks that have questions and answers in it. Or you can have them read a book and notebook on it. Shelly has a lot of videos on that. And I'm telling you, notebooking is basically somebody reading a book. You can have it like a summary. They can draw comic strips, pictures. They can do an essay. They can do whatever. It's up to you. Because, like I said, so many people think that things have to be done in a specific order at a specific time. You do what you have to do for each of your kids, period. That's it. You do what you have to do. You're the one that's figuring out what the criteria is. You're the one that's writing out, this is what the plan is for this year. And you're going to have something, more or less. Everything doesn't have to be concrete. And then you go with the flow and you ask the Lord to help you. Okay. All right. That was it. Bye.